Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Monday, new week with a lot of news. I repeat you, we talked about it a few days ago. First we start with the management, then we start with the coach, then we start with Cristiano Ronaldo. The big question, will he stay, will he go? And then we go into Mercato. We already started to change something in the management. We already started changing the coach because we already did. Pirlo has gone, we have Allegri, that is the new coach for the 4 next years, at least on contract. Now we start to have Mercato with Cristiano Ronaldo. There will be a news today. There will also be a lot of names linked to Juventus, because we have a list of 50 players around Allegri for the new Juventus. Before starting the video, I repeat you to put a maximum of like. I repeat you to subscribe. We have to grow that Juve community, but especially to download the link of OneFootball that will be with us for all the months until Serie A restarts. Why? Because we have to follow up all the news regarding Euro 21. Focus on Italy, of course, but also following all the Juve players. OneFootball, they will give us a lot of notifications, a lot of news, a lot of results, because some games will be even played simultaneously, especially the last day. Download OneFootball for free. It's for free on iOS and on Android. Now, that being said, guys, and now that you download it, we start with the news of today, because Serie A is planning to reopen for the new season 50% of the stadium capacity. If people are vaccinated, if people continue to vaccinate it, if we reach a certain amount of people in Italy that has the vaccine, then 50% of the stadium could be filled up. What a great news that could be. I can't wait to go back. But that's not only the news, because the big news that arrived yesterday is that Giovanni Capuano is saying, like La Stampa, but all the journalists were speaking about it, Mauricio Arrivabene is the new CEO of Juventus. Not officially yet, because the Juventus club didn't communicate it about it, but it's nearly to sign, nearly to be announced. Mauricio Arrivabene, he will be actually the role that was of Marotta when he was at Juve. So we see that there will be a new structure with Cherubini under Arrivabene CEO of Juventus. Who is Arrivabene? If you're asking yourself, he's 64 years old. He started his career, especially in finance and marketing, at Philip Morris. He worked there. He had some contacts with Formula 1 with Ferrari, because we know that Philip Morris was one of the biggest sponsors of Formula 1. Ferrari, and then he entered as a team manager there. First team manager until 2019, then he remained there since 2012. He was on board of Juventus, he's still on board, and now he could be the CEO. So restructuring of the management, I already told you, a lot of things can change. One thing that I want to tell you, it's a guy that before the microphone, he's not scared to answer. He's not scared to answer, and he will defend Juve as crazy. One thing. The other thing, he has so many contacts in the world, so many contacts also with sponsors. And when we are speaking about sponsors, where do sponsors actually sponsor the most? Where do they pay the most for? It's for Formula 1. So if he can actually have new contact with new sponsors to invest in Juventus, we can see beautiful things. Now we go with Corriere dello Sport, because I told you we have so many names to speak about. First, Corriere dello Sport is focusing on Sarri that can be the anti-Mourinho. Why? Because he's about to sign for Lazio. Not sure, yes, but that can be one thing. And then they are also speaking about Europeo, about Euro 2021. So we start first with Lotito, that received the first yes from Sarri. He can be there. I hope so. Otherwise, we can have a problem having 3 coaches on our list: Sarri, Pirlo, and Allegri. So as soon as Sarri can go, it will be really a pleasure for Juventus, because we can save some salary there. Mancini yesterday gave the names, and the big shock was Moise Kean out of the 28 names. What a big sacrifice. He said it were difficult choices to do. Speaking about Moise Kean, guys, Moise Kean, I don't believe it's about his qualities, because he's a really great player, but I believe it's really about behavior, not being actually respecting the rules, and he went for team instead of individuals. Will it be a big mistake of Mancini? We will discover it in Euro 2021. We see the faces of all all the 28 players. I repeat you, 28 is the pre-list because 2 of them will leave, because at the end we will have a list of 26 players. If you go a bit in detail, we see that Donnarumma is there as the first goalkeeper. Who are there from Juventus at the moment? Bonucci and Chiellini as defenders. In the midfield we have no Juventus players, and in the attackers with the strikers we have Federico Chiesa and Federico Bernardeschi. Will they stay? Yes, I believe the 4 will stay. Speaking about Euro 2020, we know that the first game will be Italy versus Turkey. Who is playing in Turkey? It is Meri Demiral. I told you we will follow. Yesterday he said this game versus Italy represents a lot for me. Really a big a lot. We are speaking a lot of time with Bonucci and Chiellini. They are asking me, how is Burak Yilmaz doing? How do we have to defend him when we are playing versus them? And then they have a lot of jokes about that. It will be a really big clash because it will be the first game of Euro 2021. Tutto Sport, and now we enter on the Mercato. Tutto Sport is speaking about the big list of Allegri, and I told you we have 50 names. The one that are already present, we have the one that will come back from the loans like Rugani, like Perin, like De Sciglio and so on, and then we have the new names. I just want to appoint a few names and then I will make a dedicated video to see what is true or not. Mercato never sleeps, but the names that are important in at least Milenkovic from Fiorentina as a defender. Then we have the midfielders, De Paul, we have Paul Pogba, we have strikers Malen from PSV and Caio Jorge from Santos, that can, Caio Jorge because he's Brazilian, that can arrive not immediately but especially in December. The big list, I told you the video is short, so we have to do a dedicated video about that. We will not miss it. But speaking a bit about a few players, they are speaking from Milik to Donnarumma. There will be a meeting in this week, in the middle of the week, between Nedved and Cherubini, that is actually taking over a kind of role of Paratici, but this time not alone, but this time under Arrivabene, and they will have a meeting because Milik is still an opportunity for the strikers. Locatelli is nearly a Juventus player, but will they change in the last minute and go for the pole? We don't know. Donnarumma should be a big goalkeeper of Juventus, and here we see Capuano that is actually taking over the words of the paper Libero, who's saying La Papera di Gigio, the big mistake of Gigio. Why? Because Gigio Donnarumma, according to them, was expecting actually to leave Milan for free and have big salaries around 10, and now he has no club. He will probably find one, but not at the amount that he was thinking. On the other side, Marcello Chirico, he was saying Donnarumma, wait, tranquillo, because he will sign for Juventus as soon as Szczesny find another club. The two negotiations with Szczesny leaving and Donnarumma in are really advanced, so we will see them really soon at Juventus, at least for Donnarumma and Szczesny leaving. Great optimism, positivity on that one from Juventus. Another goalkeeper that is leaving, that already left, is Gianluigi Buffon, that said, I could eventually even stop if I don't find what I want. It can be, yesterday he put a really long interview on Juventus TV, 40 minutes of interview where he was speaking about so many things, about the fact that he became a Juve fan and he was really happy about it. He became a Juve fan because of his own choice. And then he said something really important that I wanted to take a second to explain you. He said, I was really sad about the behaviors of some supporters that actually gave up on Juventus and on their players, not at May or June when it was over, but since September, October. He was really sad about that, and he even said that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing at Juve, because I didn't feel the support of Juve. And this is something not only at Juve but in the world of football that changed a lot. As soon as we have the first difficulty, people are starting to complain and be really offensive. So think about it, because what you are writing or saying on the web, players are seeing it, and they are humans like you and me, they are feeling it. Ronaldo, il tempo dei saluti. According to Giovanni Capuano, that is reporting the words of Corriere dello Sport, they are saying, Ronaldo, it is the times of the farewell. Will he leave? Guys, unfortunately, more the days are going, more I have the feeling. I am not sure about it. Everything can change because Mercato is crazy, but the sources more and more are saying that Cristiano could eventually leave. Let's see. Colpi di genio, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, they are putting Locatelli and De Paul. Apparently, Juventus is really pushing really hard for Manuel Locatelli with a contract of 3 million per year until 2026. He has the agreement of Massimiliano Allegri. I 40 milioni per De Paul, 40 million for De Paul, not at Juventus but at Milan, that are saving from Donnarumma's salaries and the salary of Çalhanoğlu, even if they will leave for free. Çalhanoğlu, by the way, still there around Juventus. They will go all in for De Paul. And then Bernardeschi, this is the last news of today. Bernardeschi is a big question mark. Will he be relaunched by Allegri? Yes or no? We have Massimo Mauro, who's saying that according to him, he's not an offensive player, but he more see him as a left back. Not for me, guys. For me, it's time to say goodbye to Bernardeschi. Let's see. But if he stay, I hope you are doing well. Let me know what you think about it, being really polite, because you know, no insults on the channel. Guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the, again, longer video because we have so much to say. Thank you for everything. Subscribe to the channel, put a maximum of like, and as always, Forza Juve.